This is lesson number 12, 3 days later on June 14th, and here's Carter coming in with his sister. And look at him going to the speed. Look at the speed at which he reaches up, comes up. Remember a few lessons ago he couldn't stand up on his knees. Look how beautifully he stands on both feet, both heels down. And here I'm getting him to feel that he can actually climb. I'm building a little structure here for him. Look how he's waiting and he understands what I'm doing. And I'm just rearranging it and for him to be able to do that. And look how he orients himself in relation to the objects to figure out how to do it. He puts this time this leg and he's up. Look, this is a child that 2 months earlier had hardly any say in his own body. And look, now he has a feeling how to push on the foot. This is why it's so valuable, and to bring himself up. So rather than trying to pull himself up by the arms, he now knows how to push himself from the bottom up, which is what we need to be able to do. And here I'm now taking him to the next level, so he can straighten the hip joint without lifting the pelvis off the bed, which is a lot of children with cerebral palsy. That's what they do. When you try to lift the knee like this, the whole pelvis comes off, and actually the hips go to the ceiling. And here, doing this movement to again connect the arm, the leg, the lower back, and the head. I'm asking him to lift the head, and eventually also, of course, to use the eyes and to look at the foot when he does that, which he has never done as an infant. He has never formed those connections and those relationships within his own body. So in order for this child to be able to walk, in order for this child to be able to read and do more things, some of those very basic relationships that are formed throughout infancy and babyhood are necessary to form, but he doesn't have to go back into being a baby. Those can form very quickly. Here already on his knee, standing on his knee, the tendency is for the two legs to go together, but here he allows one leg to go back and stay standing on the other, which is a very high degree of differentiation between one leg and the other. And of course the adductors are not stiff at that time. And here I'm working some more in detail on the lower leg itself and the organization of the ankle and the foot, because when the back and the pelvis and head work so much better, if the ankle and the foot won't work better, it will drag everything back closer to its previous organization, which is not what we want. And here I try to get him to feel that he has two legs, and the one can move without the other. They don't have to move together. And here again, he brings the leg up. He has initially no say in it. It's the two legs want to do the same thing at the same time, but with a little bit of attention, he differentiates between the two legs, which will, of course, again help him in anything to do with standing and with walking. And now I ask him, and he looks at his leg. This is the thing. I have him feel his heel and then see it. Something that is completely novel for him. He has never seen the heel from this perspective. And of course that will improve not just the leg, but also the vision. And look how beautifully here he can put weight on his feet and lift the pelvis and arch the lower back and have so much more control over what he's doing. And as you can see from the child, he's smiling and laughing and having a wonderful time. One of the things that I had to do with Carter, that he asks lots and lots of questions, but he never waited for an answer. And when asked a question, he didn't know that he's supposed to answer it. So as I'm working with him, helping him differentiate himself in terms of movement, I was also continuously working with him until he was actually able to be asked a question and answer it, and ask a question and wait for the response, and not ask it over and over and over again, but actually digest the information. And here look at the beauty, how the spine follows the head in all directions. That means there is no spasticity anywhere in the spine, the hips. The right arm is up a little bit, but now he let go of that. And now as a result, if you can see how He's down and puts the heels down, the right leg, that's it, also the right leg now, and the speed at which he's doing it, the ease at which he's doing it, and of course he's after something.